Hello and welcome back to part 23 of Unreal 1. In this episode, we will be finally finishing off the Dasa Mountain Cellars.
After not falling into that pit over there.
Yes.
Because those look like grates, but no, those are not grates.
Well, they are grates. They're just grates for bigger creatures than what we are.
Oh, you're right. Damn it.
So, one of the things that I want to talk about while we are still in pitch combat with a couple of brutes for some reason is how Unreal 1 uses its lighting and environment pieces to really sell you on the illusion of these areas that you're actually in, as well as, you know, well, we'll start there mostly. So, as an observer of this game for what is most certainly the first and a half time, how do you feel that the environments and lighting convey the illusion?
I think that the illusion of being in a place is especially strong when there's no open sky over your head, so you're dependent on light sources in order to see stuff. Now with light sources, there also are objects that block the light that create shadows. For example, there are shadows like right underneath those little those sconces on the wall, because the sconce is creating a blockage underneath the flame. Therefore, there's a bit of shadow underneath them. That shit is pretty cool. There's shadows behind the pillars. The light sources are being blocked by the pillars. That tells me that this is a place that is dark, and you're really dependent on these gothic-looking candle sconces on the walls.
Yes, although several of the shadow placements and shadow casts are kind of iffy.
What, like being shrouded in total darkness so you can't see shit?
There's that, and then there's the actual placements of the shadows themselves. But what I honestly we're switching over to Serpent Canyon. Alright, it's the boat ride. I have plenty of time to talk about this then. Okay. I specifically want to bring up how music is both... music is a contradictory thing when it comes to selling an environment. Because in real life, there isn't really a decently produced score behind it at all times. I mean, in the event that you guys haven't actually left the room for the past week. You see, you don't have that kind of a soundtrack back when you're out going for groceries, or just driving around, or pretending to have a bicycle. You don't really have that. But in video games specifically, a lot of environments are bolstered by the corresponding scores. Now, this is certainly true for Unreal. As the soundtrack that you're playing right now, it's low key, it's atmospheric, but it's still noticeable, and still helps sell the illusion of us riding a boat through an insect-infested river and this canyon that has been taken hundreds of thousands of years to be carved out using natural erosion and
using
the
science.
Wildlife that's here, specifically the flora. There, you can tell as the music actually starts to build up, it's trying to sell you that this is actually a pretty majestic place, and it is. But you can't help but feel a little bit disconnected from your avatar in this instance, because there ain't no way in hell your avatar is experiencing the same thing that you are.
Well, I thought, isn't that the whole premise of first-person games? Is that like you are the character experiencing these things?
Yes. However, in this particular case, there is a bit of dissonance specifically for me when it comes to my avatar, because my avatar actually is just trying to survive and escape the planet of Holly, whereas I am playing through a bunch of challenges because I find that the challenges and the combat very enjoyable to me, and the escape is just the end. The escape for the character is a reward for me.
Right. Okay. I think I see what you're saying. So the rewards for your avatar are different than the rewards for the player.
Yeah.
Well, I was very briefly thinking of I was very briefly thinking of Crash Bandicoot for a second. When I'm playing Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, I got the impression that Crash is an idiot. He has no idea what's going on, and he just so happens to be moving in the right directions all the time because I'm moving him in those directions all the time.
It's not quite that significant in Crash's case. I mean, Crash is totally an idiot, but he knows what's going on. He just doesn't actually care.
Or does he?
No, he seriously does not care. Honestly, Cortex, in Crash 2, Cortex shows up and is trying to appeal to Crash's better nature by saying that, hey, Brio has betrayed me. I need the crystals in order to stop him, and if you give me the crystals, I will stop Brio. And Crash should know from the first game that no, that's bullshit. Brio was working for you last game, and you're still after the crystals. So yeah, there is. He should know that that Cortex is fucking with him, and he might know, but he likely doesn't. And even if he did know, he wouldn't care.
Well, like, whenever Cortex is delivering those messages to Crash in Crash 2, he's shaking his head. He looks visibly confused. And then when the transmission is over, he's just like, all right, I guess it's over now.
Yeah.
And like I said, I never got the impression that Crash had any idea what the hell was going on. It's just that, which is why he needs a human consciousness behind him to make sense of shit.
Or Coco.
Or Coco.
Wouldn't that be something if it turned out that Coco was the one actually in control of Crash the entire time?
So that's what she's doing on her laptop. She never lets go of the damn thing.
I don't think it would actually work for. I don't think it would work that well for Crash 2 unless you retconned a little bit. Ow! A little bit of the plot. Hit my finger. Ouch.
You know what's kind of funny that I just realized is that there are moments when, because in the Insane Trilogy you have the option to play either as Crash or Coco, and you can change between the two characters in the warp room. But when Crash receives a transmission, either from any of Embryo, Cortex, or Coco, the game forces you to switch from Coco to Crash if you're Coco. And
that's actually a pretty significant add-on to the theory that Coco is actually the one controlling Crash. Because if Coco is not allowed to actually have those interactions are still certainly taking place. And those interactions are still taking place. Then that means that if you're doing the levels as Coco, she switches out to Crash in order to have these conversations.
Yeah, I was going to say, so if you're lucky, you might end a level as Coco, receive a transmission from Coco, so Coco switches to Crash, she goes wherever, sends a transmission to Crash, Crash gets the message, and then Coco warps back into Crash's place as soon as it's over.
Yeah.
Like, she had to teleport to another dimension just to send a message for a second.
I'm okay with that, to be perfectly honest.
I'm okay with it too. If only because it's silly.
And here we are at Nepali Castle. We'll spend the next 4 parts here.
Yay.
But with this, we're actually after this, we're like fully caught up. So
we're fully caught up.
Of the Gerd had fucked up poems. Hopefully,
yes.
As long as we're not forgetting anything. Also, there are gas bags shooting at us.
I was wondering what the hell that noise was. Are they in the poop water?
They are not in the poop water. They are flying just in a different part of the cabin.
Okay, so they made the poop water. Interesting.
Possible, but unlikely. I mean, we don't actually know about any other orifices on the gas bags aside from their eyes and their mouths. So,
I think it's implied in biology that everything that has a mouth has an anus.
But that's for our accepted version of biology. Honestly, video games do not frequently use our accepted version of biology.
Well, no. I can think of only a few games that actually have characters use the bathroom. Although, wait, it's coming to me. There was a moment in fucking... Damn it, I can't remember it. There was definitely a game where they had either horses or cows taking a crap, and the player could see it, and it would be funny. But I can't remember it.
That's Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain, where you can command the D-Horse to actually take a shit on the road, and it fucks over the enemy vehicles somehow.
Well, like they get distracted by horse crap?
No, their vehicles actually get thrown off the road by horse crap.
That is over the top.
It is over the top, but it's par for the course when it comes to Metal Gear, honestly.
Oh my god, Gerda, I actually... My god, yes, I remember this room.
Yes,
I remember this room.
Because we are back in the Poly Castle Planet now.
Oh man, that is funny. It's the Young Frankenstein bookcase.
Complete with the book on the other side of the bookcase.
Okay, I need you to put the book back in the case as soon as you pull it out. Do you understand me?
Super health acquired.
Super health to the rescue. Super
Well, not
health
really to the rescue, but to the buff, because
to the buff. I mean, you were already at full health. I wasn't paying attention.
I was already at full health.
Damn it. Come on, let's dance.
So, you brought up the railgun from Time Splitters before. Are there other railguns from video games that you would prefer over the railgun from Time Splitters?
Okay, by railgun you mean minigun?
Oh, that's right. You brought up the minigun, not
The minigun. Yeah, because I'm not sure if I understand the distinction between a railgun and a minigun. That is, if they're not just the same gun.
They are vastly different. A railgun tends to have high-powered single-shot slugs or shells, hyper-accelerated in order to do massive amounts of kinetic damage, or rather to have massive amount of damage spread through kinetic energy. Whereas a minigun tends to be a rapid-fire weapon that's focused on doing a lot of damage by expending a lot of ammo.
Yeah, it sounds to me like a railgun is comparable to a Gauss rifle.
Yes, a Gauss rifle.
A Gauss rifle which fires a fucking cone, like a fucking cylinder, not unlike half of a fucking harpoon, which causes ridiculous amounts of damage on contact.
It's not. Well, it is technically a cylinder, given the fact that that is what being is a hyper accelerated and fired.
Yeah, but to answer your question, railgun. Normally, I like using pistols. I like using assault rifles, SMGs. But railguns. It sounds a little too niche for a lot of the games that I've played.
While that is certainly true, I actually prefer to use the high-powered single-shot weapons that are easy to use as opposed to sniper rifles, which are always difficult to use for some damn reason. Not good.
Take off the scope.
Here's the thing: if it wasn't for the goddamn the reload times, I would actually prefer to use the sniper rifle without the scope.
Yeah,
given how I usually perform with my railgun.
When I'm playing zombies, I usually, if I'm playing zombies and I use a sniper rifle, I made a point to remove the scope from every available sniper variant. So, because you're not going to be shooting at distant targets. You're as a matter of fact, you're probably never going to be shooting at distant targets. They're usually right in front of your face.
Well, maybe not right in front of your face, but at mid-range.
And yeah, the sniper rifle does have that stupid break action thing where you fire one bullet, you have to empty the chamber, reload the next bullet. Well, that's for some of the sniper rifles. The trade-off usually being more power, whereas a semi-automatic rifle does less damage, where you can fire more often. And but it's I have to take the scope off because I usually have a clear position on the enemy's head, and sniper rifles usually do a high. They usually have a high headshot critical hit power.
Yep. Only the warrior demonstrates the bravery by defeating the six-eyed demon who can proceed into the basement.
Five-eyed demon.
Oh, five-eyed demon. Sorry.
Five eyes. That is a number of eyes I've not yet encountered in mythology.
Kind of odd. I mean,
it is odd. Odd number.
It is. And in the next part, we will continue on through the polycasting.
This concludes the Gird Out of the Fuck Up Chronicles.